So this video is finishing up the problems we didn't get through in class today for the Pear deck for chapter 9. So this one is a little easier than the one which was our last one, which was this one, because this one was not in Y form. This one is, so it's a little easier. So I'm going to be graphing this. My y-intercept is going to be 3. So I'm going to start at 3. Let's make that a little smaller. It's kind of big. So my y-intercept is going to be 3. Try again. Okay. And then from there, we're going to be going down 2 over 1 to the right. Down 2 over 1. And this is a solid line. So I'm going to draw a solid line. That means everything on the line is the answer. And then since this is greater than or equal to, I'm going to be shading above. So let me get my highlight. So I'm going to be shading there. And that's my answer. On this one, we have a system of equations, of inequalities. So this one, let me do in pink. So I'm going to start at 2 on my y. And then my slope is a positive 3/5. So I'm going to go up 3 over. So from here, I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I don't know why that keeps doing that. Sorry. And let me do the same going down. 1, 2, 3, backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be there. And this is going to be a dashed line. So I'm going to draw a dashed line. And for this one, I need a shade under, shade below. So let me shade below. Okay, so I'm going to be shading here. And here I'm going to do my line in black so we can see it better. Make it a little thicker. So this one, again, that was that point here, point here. Okay, it was a dashed line. My other one is not in Y form, but I can get it in Y form. So let's say I subtract 3x. So I'm going to have a negative 3x plus 12. I'm going to divide by 6. When I divide everything by 6, y is greater than or equal to negative 3 over 6, which I can reduce, and then 12 over 6. So let me just write it over here. So that's going to be y is greater than or equal to negative 1/2 x plus 2. So let me plot the y-intercept at 2. So both of them have a y-intercept at 2. This one's going to be going down 1, right 2, down 1, right 2, down 1, right 2, up 1, left 2. Okay. And then this is going to be a solid line. And then this one is greater than. So that means I'm going to shade above. Okay, so I'm going to get a highlight. And so I'm going to be shading above my blue. Get a little thicker. Above my blue. And so you see the answer is going to be, and I'll write it. This is where my answer is going to be. This is where I had both colors. Okay, on this next one, we're just writing a system of inequalities. They're not asking us to actually solve, they just want us to write a system. So let's see, John is doing a fundraiser for his school. He needs to sell at least $200 worth of items. Shirts cost $10 each and hats cost $8 each. He must sell more than 12 hats. Okay, so I'm going to let H equal number of hats, and I'm going to let S equal number of shirts. And so when he has to sell at least $200 worth of items, I am going to have at least $200 is going to be greater than or equal to 200. And it's $10 for each shirt plus $8 for each hat. That's going to be one of my inequalities. Then there is another restriction here. He must sell more than 12 hats. So hats needs to be greater than or equal to 12. And that would be our system of inequalities. And that's it. They did not need us to solve it. Okay. What's the difference in the solutions between point A, B, C, and D? Now, first off, the answer to this system would be B, because that is where everything is shaded. Okay. So A makes only the green or the linear graph true, makes only linear inequality true, because that's the green one. C makes only the kind of bluish purplish one, which is the exponential one, true. Makes only exponential one true. No. Let me erase that. Ran out of room. Sorry. The bigger eraser. Okay. Try it one more time. Okay. Makes only exponential one true. I forgot the word true up here. D makes neither one true. And then B makes both true, makes both inequalities true. And that is our solution. So it's not letting me write. I guess I'm maybe down too far here. Makes both true. Okay, and again, B would be our ultimate solution. Let's see, next one. So on this one, we're going to be graphing this exponential. And this exponential graph, all the exponential graphs that we are dealing with this year have asymptotes here on the x-axis, which I will label y equals 0. This graph, the 5 is going to be the start. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to start up here at 5. And because of this being smaller than 1, this is going to be a decreasing graph. So I'm just going to sketch it. It is just a sketch. And it's going to be coming down, but it's not going to cross that asymptote. Okay, this one is a system of equations. We want to try to either eliminate our x or y. I would use elimination for this. So looking at this, I think it would be easiest for us to multiply, and just move it out a little, multiply the top one by a -3. So when I do that, let me make this not as fat. When I do that, I'm going to get -9x minus 3y equals -18. The second one, I'm just going to write as is, 5x plus 3y equals 2. I'm going to add these together. My x's become a -4x. My y's cancel out. -18 plus 2 is a -16. When I divide by a -4, I get 4. So that's my x. Now I'm going to find the y. I would actually go back to this one right here and use that one. So I'm going to plug into that one. So let's say I do it everywhere. So I'm going to be going into 3 times x, which is 4, plus y equals 6. 12 plus y equals 6. I'm going to subtract 12 from both sides and I get -6. So then your answer is written as a point and it's going to be 4 because that's our x, comma -6. And that would be the solution. So this one we're simplifying. First off, I do not like this negative exponent here and this negative exponent here. So let me just rewrite that. I'm going to keep the y to the 4th on top. I'll deal with that in a second. I've got my 2x to the 3rd on the bottom. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch. This one here is negative down here. So it's now going to come up to the top and it's going to be positive. This one here, which was negative on top, when I move it to the bottom, it's now going to be positive. Then the next thing I'm going to work on is this 2x being raised to the 3rd. So let me just do that. 2x raised to the 3rd is going to be an 8 because 2 to the 3rd is 8, x to the 3rd. And then let me just write the rest of it. And then I'm going to clean this up. So on top, I'm going to have a y to the 6 because I'm going to add the 4 and the 2. On bottom, I'm going to have an 8, x to the 9th because 3 plus 6 gives us 9. And that's your answer. So the next one, we want the equation of a line going through these points. Now this point right here is nice. That point is a y-intercept, okay? So when we write our equation y equal mx plus b, that is our b. So I know it's going to be y equal mx minus 7. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to take this point 4, 3, put 3 in for my y, put 5 in for my my x, I apologize. And I'm going to get 3 is equal to 5m minus 7. I'm going to add 7 to both sides. So I'm going to get 10 equals 5m. I'm going to divide both sides by 5 and I get m equals 2. So my final equation is going to be y equal to x. And then remember my b was that -7. That's our equation. This last one, just review of congruence, congruent triangles. So the formulas that we have, let me just kind of jot them here and then I'll talk about this. So we have side, angle, side, 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 angle, side, angle, 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 side, and then hypotenuse, leg. And then the one that does not work, that's a no. Angle, angle, angle is similar but not congruent. And then side, side, angle is not. These ones are no. Okay. So if I take a look at this, you'll notice that this angle and this angle are the same. So I have angle. And here I have another set of angles. So I have an angle and an angle. Okay. And then right here, this side is shared. So I have a side. So if I'm going around, this is angle, angle, side. So angle, so yes, it is congruent, angle, angle, side. And then when we're doing this, we need to match things up. So angle O goes with angle Q. So I'm going to say, hold on, let's just get rid of this. So I'm going to say triangle. Let's say, try one more time. Triangle Q. And then N is over here with N. So that's going to be N. And then my P. So I got Q and P, O and P. So this is going to be P. And that would be my answer.